What is the Korean beauty standard to you?
Big eyes, fine, hair.
당시 가장 유명한 아이돌. Thinner or skinnier.
Like a doll body shape. 그다음에 코 오똑하고 그다음에 작은 얼굴을 좋아하는 것 같아요. Typically it was like a white skin.
Whiter skin is
White skin. White.
피부가
하얗고
내가 하얗고 좀 white skin.
Like the white woman's.
확실히 하얀.
좀 하얗고 막 되게 순백이 약간
아이돌분들처럼 하얀 얼굴 만드는 기포 애프터입니다. 글루타치온과 콜라겐입니다.
Let's talk about how Koreans brighten their skin tone, specifically glutathione.
How do you whiten your skin?
I do not recommend glutathione drips.
Glutathione side effects are very, very real.
신데렐라 주사, 감초 주사, 태반 주사, 마늘 주사 효과 있어요.
I'm here in Seoul, South Korea, the mecca of all things beauty, to try and set the record straight on an online brewing conversation. Why do South Koreans want whiter skin? With AI tools that whiten your skin and whitening products sold everywhere, Seoul can make you ask this question even more. And if you ask how you can get whiter skin at Olive Young, a huge K-beauty franchise in Seoul, you'll be recommended glutathione, an antioxidant whose purpose was never to whiten skin.
I don't think I have a great makeup skill, to be honest. Yeah, I'm more like into skincare than putting the makeup. So because I believe that true beauty comes from skincare.
Olivia Choi's skincare routine may seem complex to the eye, but in Seoul's Gangnam district, where there are dermatology clinics on every block, it's normal. She started Seoul Beauty Global in 2019 after seeing how sought after K-beauty had become.
Because I'm Korean and I just took for granted getting all this beauty treatment. I go to the dermatologist on like a monthly basis because it's cheap. And then she was like, oh, I wish I lived in Korea. I'm like, yeah, you're right. That's how I started this business.
Among all of those beauty treatments is glutathione, which Choi used to get routinely injected into her skin.
Like everyone gets it, to be honest. During the lunchtime, they go to the hospital and get the IV drip for an hour.
But why did you stop using it?
I was afraid of getting addicted. People sometimes overuse.
The misuse of the glutathione injections is credited to social media. The intravenous, oral, and topical treatment gained popularity in the 2010s with names like Cinderella, Snow White, and even Beyoncé.
All of a sudden, Beyoncé got very wider in a certain period of time, and then people say, oh, if you want to be wider like Beyonce, then yes, that's how they market it. The approach should be more health related rather than the beauty, I think.
The most used nickname online and the most recognized nickname in person in South Korea is IU Drip. IU is a Korean pop star and actress known as South Korea's little sister. She became the face of the injection after her infamous before and after photos went viral, showing her tan skin to her now fair complexion. But just like Beyonce, her use of the drip is unconfirmed.
IU was kind of one of the first idols that really popularized the Korean beauty standard because she was very pure, she was very beautiful, she was very talented, she was Korea's shining star. And so everything IU did, like the IU diet, the IU drip, became a trend.
Lin was recruited by DR Entertainment to replace a member of the K-pop group Black Swan. She started using the glutathione injection and the glutathione soap after seeing it trend in K-pop spaces like amino apps and Instagram. If you search K-pop whitewashing on any social media platform, you'll see tons of videos of idols who look tanner in real life than they appear on TV. Glutathione, editing, and lights all assumed to be the cause.
I actually have a picture that I could send you of how tan I used to be and how white I got when I was consistently using the soap and I had the one drip. Your skin is going to change. I used to get tan so easily. I used to tan all the time. When they were saying I didn't look Chinese, they said I looked Filipino. My skin under the sun curdles, literally turns into red chicken skin and burns. I can't go under the sun. I'm like a vampire now.
글루타치온은 사실은 되게 좋은 항산화제예요. 항산화 중에 진짜 강력한 항산화제. 그래서 사실은 이거 자체를 그러니까 필요한 용량만 쓰면은 몸에 사실 되게 도움이 되거든요. 우리 근데 무분별하게 이제 그냥 진짜 이걸 내가 밝아지기 위해서 피부 미백을 위해서 막 2, 3일에 한 번씩 맞고 너무 많은 도즈를 하면은 심기능에도 좀 문제가 될 수 있고 이제 진짜 뭐 nerve 시스템에도 좀 부담을 줄 수 있고 모든 건 이제 많은 건 좋지는 않으니까 그래서 이제 이걸 가지고 정말 내가 스킨 화이트닝을 하겠다라고 해서 그렇게 이제 쓰는 건 당연히 이제 아무도 그렇게 이제 권장하진 않죠. 네, 네.
Glutathione is a tripeptide made of glycine, cysteine, and glutamic acid. The antioxidant is produced within every cell in your body already with high concentrations found in your liver. A deficiency of glutathione can cause oxidative damage, and too much glutathione can cause an array of health problems, including vital organs. The skin whitening effect comes from a process called melanogenesis, which is responsible for producing pigmentation in our skin.
원래는 사실 이론적으로는 그렇게 이제 어두운 멜라닌 색소를 이제 밝은 멜라닌 색소로 이거 컨버트 시켜주기 때문에 사실은 피부 미백에 효과적이라고는 알려져 있는데 FDA 승인은 못 받은 거예요.
The Philippines, Singapore, Malaysia, US, and the UK have either banned the sale of IV glutathione or issued cautionary statements warning of kidney damage and severe allergic reactions due to the absence of safety benchmarks.
Balance between efficacy and safety was off. Okay, in order to see the effect of whitening effect of glutathione, you need a high dose. But high dose means there's a high risk of safety.
According to Channel News Asia, one woman in the Philippines suffered acute kidney failure after 3 years of weekly glutathione injections in 2020. 69 patients in the Philippines have reported experiencing health issues from IV glutathione use in the past 5 years. Channel 4 News in the UK found hundreds of clinics administering IV glutathione without certifications just this year. But in South Korea, there's no cause for concern.
I remember reading an article a long time ago about why thread lifting was banned in America. First it was approved, then it was banned, and it was banned because there were several cases of it going wrong. But was it because the procedure itself was bad, or the doctors that were doing it were not trained enough? Turns out it was the doctors that were doing it were not trained enough.
If the glutathione was not that popular and all the clinics and people, practitioners, they're following the guideline with the protocol, would FDA ban glutathione? Maybe not. But their job is to protect people.
Which is very hard to do when self-administration has gone viral on YouTube with influencers doing tutorials on how they can purchase glutathione on any site of their choosing.
글루타타이온 어쨌든 메디컬 디그리 제품이니까 우리나라에서는 의약품이기 때문에 그래서 이제 밖에서 살 수가 없잖아요. 그러니까 그런 거를 잘 알고 거기에 맞춰서 써야 돼요. 그리고 가끔씩 막 또 이제 그 효소 enzyme deficiency, some people can have the enzyme deficiency and then they can have more 더 이제 과민 반응 같은 게 있을 수도 있고 그렇기 때문에 이제 그런 메디컬 히스토리를 잘 알아야 되고.
Courtesy of the Amoa Skin Clinic via Seoul Guide Medical, I tried the IV glutathione drip. Yes, they checked my medical history. We received a facial scan, the facial itself, and the drip. When they first stuck the needle in me and I felt the glutathione go into my system, I did feel a little lightheaded. They had to tap me a little bit and ask if I was okay. But after that, it was a completely relaxing experience. I had so much energy, you guys. No pigment changes. It can only really happen after 5 or 10 times. There is a brightness to my face and to my tone. That is my experience with the intravenous glutathione injections.
If we don't promote glutathione as a whitening effect, why would people get that treatment from the begin with? So now it doesn't have any desire from the patients, right?
Because detoxifying your liver is not a good enough reason.
There's no point of taking it then. Like people wouldn't spend money on it. So this is about like a balance between efficacy, safety, and business.
According to Global Market Insights, the glutathione market is expected to reach $2.5 billion by 2034, with South Korea remaining the hub for this treatment. Here's what I overheard during my appointment receiving the IV Gluta drip.
That one is done by section. But doctor said if you want to wait, still try. I do what I can do.
Amoa Skin Clinic says they get tons of requests like this, and the best they can do is educate the patient.
미디어는 항상 돈과 연결돼 있기 때문에 그 부분을 뭐 어쩔 수는 없을 것 같아요. 같이 하면서 서브로 이런 좀 밝아질 수 있다라는 거를 강조할 수는 있지만 이게 거꾸로 돼서 이게 메인이 되고 이건 서브가 되는 거는 옳지 않은 거지. 항상 there's a main effect and there's side effect.
But it's hard when places like the Cinderella Plastic Surgery Clinic in the Gangnam District exist. I wanted to see if they were board certified dermatologists, so I paid a visit.
그 주사에 관심이 있는데요. 그 글루타치온 혹시 아시는지?
저희는 그런 건 안 하고 성형외과 수술만 해요. 그런 거는 저희 말고 피부과.
피부과 가서 해야 돼요. 하이진은 뭐 그런 효과가 있는지
우리 따로 만나죠. 그래요. 병원에 오기로 했는지.
같이 저쪽으로.
네네.
And once she left, we were able to roam the entire hospital because everyone disappeared. The terms online and on social media disguising glutathione as a skin whitener with names like Korean Gluta drip. In combination with the K-pop whitewashing and IU drip craze online, created a microscope on a question that lacks context.
There is a misconception. Why are Korean people so obsessed with pale and white skin?
Whitening in the Korean language is mibaek, but what is considered whitening can be interchanged with brightening, and every Korean interviewee emphasized that there is no direct word to translate brightening from English to Korean.
밝아지고 싶다와 하얘지고 싶다의 경계가 좀 모호해요. 한국인들은 제가 말했듯이 옐로우 피부잖아요. 밝아지는 것과 하얘지는 거를 좀 비슷하게 생각을 하는 것 같아요. 그래서 그러니까 미국인들이 생각하는 화이트닝 좀 개념이 좀 많이 다른 것 같긴 한데 미국인들이 생각하는 브라이트닝은 어떤 건지가 저는 궁금해요.
When I showed her this picture and said each woman is marketing bright skin, she said,
피부가 좋아 보이는 게 브라이트닝인가? 근데 이런 걸 한국인은 잘 몰라요.
Shin Dain, also known as Haru Dain on TikTok, is a beauty influencer who had a video go viral showing her viewers how to get white skin via glutathione supplements, but did not think it would cause so much discourse.
한국인들은 사실 관심 없어요. 한국인들은 뭐 글루타치온 뭐 좋은가 보다 하는데 그 다 코멘트 다는 사람들이 외국인들인데 안 좋다는 얘기를 하더라고요. 뭐 글루타치온이 간에 안 좋다. 뭔가 건강에 안 좋다라는 코멘트를 달면서 뭐 사실이다 아니다라는 주장을 하는데
And she's not the only one. Every video with the Korean beauty influencer promoting whiter skin is filled with comments and arguments between Asian and global users about why wanting whiter skin is problematic to countries like America and normal in countries like South Korea.
White skin is so valuable there because it is ingrained into people's psyche over 5 or 6 centuries of, thinking about spending time inside, reading a book, studying, and preparing national exam is the most prestigious, most valuable thing. If you look at the girls or women with those kind of high status, do they get to go out to the farmers' agricultural work that gives you tan skin? No, they stay inside. So it is all about the Korean society collectively valuing study or scholarship that make people stay inside, that give them status, wealth, everything.
During the Joseon dynasty, Korean women were taught to prioritize samhung, samuk, and sambaek.
The females are taught or trained or cultivated or indoctrinated as the strongest word, that you get to see something beautiful, not about yourself, not about your enjoyment, not about your appreciation, but to others' perspective.
To whiten their skin, Korean women used to use rice powder and herbal paste, which is a parallel to the whitening sunscreens and foundations you'll see in your Olive Young today.
I cannot use Korean cosmetic right now. The skin color is not match. Yeah, it doesn't match to me. When I've been to Italy, 2017, and I realized first time in my life, like my skin was not wrong.
Leah Lee is the owner of Everybody Dance. She will be closing her Korea location and moving back to Canada in December. She said the preference for white skin is also prevalent in the workplace.
나 캐나다에서 썼던 거 여기서 쓰면 반응이 한 개도 없어. 그러니까 이제 막 이렇게 뭐든지 다 뭔가 작품처럼 손이 간 거를 원하니까 약간 거기서 좀 충격받았지, 캐나다에서. 근데 오히려 그게 적응이 되니까 되게 마음이 편해지는 거야. 그냥 있는 그대로 받아주는구나. 여기에서 뷰티라는 거는 정말 있는 그대로의 사람의 어떤 그런 걸 뷰티라고 하는구나. 근데 한국에서는 뭔가 잘 다듬어진 보기 좋은.
일단 좀 젊은 나이의 여성 앵커, 남자 앵커한테는 그런 게 요구되지 않는데, 그리고 확실히 한국에서도 하얀 피부에 대한 인기가 제 주위에만 봐도
이 정도면 되게 어두운 편. 네. 나는 정말 피부가 너무 잘 타. 근데 내가 이제 바디 프로파일 하고 이런 거 막 운동하다 보니까 태닝을 해야 되잖아. 그래서 그냥 흰 피부는 포기를 했고 그냥 이 피부톤으로 살기로 했지 나. 일단 여성에 대한 미적 기준이 이런 것도 여성적일 수 있고, 그러니까 뭔가 좀 뭐라 해야 되지? 활동적인 것도 충분히 여성적일 수 있다라는 게 바뀌면서 자연스럽게 흰 피부여야만 예쁜 게 아니라 구릿빛도 건강하고 예쁠 수 있다.
As we saw online, many believe the progress within the country of Korea in regards to colorism implies that those of darker complexions from other countries are deemed not beautiful. Hence Beyoncé and Michael Jackson becoming faces of the glutathione drip. But foreigners in Korea disagree.
I want to say I feel like it's changing a bit more in the black community, but with Koreans, I feel like they still value whiter skin amongst themselves. I think being black has also made me stand out a lot more, so it's been easy making friends because people want to get to know me because sometimes it's the first time they've ever experienced a black person. Plus, I'm black from America, and everyone's like, America's so cool, they want to make American friends, things like that. It's helped me get jobs.
It's a very collective society. Yeah, the moment you stand out, everybody like outs you. You can't stand out here. You can't. You have to. But that is only for Koreans. As a foreigner, they expect you to behave like a foreigner. The moment you behave like a Korean, yeah, no.
I mean, I'm not affected because the rules don't apply to me, right? Like I'm not expected to be anything, right? And I think that's where I enjoy Korea. Even if I had to change my whole face, everybody's going to be like, but you're not Korean. Even if I had to transplant a pop idol's face on mine, they'll be like, but you're not Korean. Yeah. So that's the thing, is like, it doesn't bother me because I'm not expected to join the race.
Social media and online sellers mismarket Korea's nuanced beauty ideals into racial aspiration, driving the demand for products like the IU or Beyoncé injection, which is really glutathione, which serves as an antioxidant, only meant to be administered by board-certified dermatologists periodically, which won't give you a whitening effect without a risky high dose.
We can see a lot of plastic surgery advertisements as well. And that makes, like you're getting exposed to those kind of advertisements, and like at some point you're starting to thinking like that's really normal things to do. And I think that's the problem.
I just don't understand like why people would do these certain surgeries or like any types of, skincare to go beyond what they have naturally. Like, just be yourself. And yeah, definitely not worth risking your health because it goes all to nothing.
people want change, I mean, intend to change. But if there's lots of like immigrants and foreigners like started to living here, like we should have to have those kind of mindset. But maybe it took time. But I really do hope, like, hope so.